I'm a Michigan constitutional crusader, rising up when the world goes cold. No badge can bring me, no chains can take me. Truth in my veins, a fire and bold. To fire and bold.
And we're right here at the office of the Chief Investigator. Gonna file complaints against the sergeant who unlawfully pulled us over, and then 2 weeks later sends me a ticket in the mail for disorderly conduct because I cussed him out. It says, please use doorbell.
You might have to ring doorbell.
There we go. The hell?
Hi.
How's it going? I need to see somebody about filing a complaint.
On a member of the Detroit Police
Yep.
Department? Yep, that'll be me. You can have a seat for a moment. I'm
Okay.
talking to someone else.
Alrighty.
All right, how may I help you?
Well, I was downtown Detroit on, I think it was the 22nd. And here's a case number,
Okay,
or a incident number, I guess it would be.
okay. I'm gonna listen to the story first and I'll take that after.
Oh, okay. So we were recording out on the public sidewalk.
Mm-hmm.
And the officers showed up, and one of them immediately came to me and started asking for a CPL
Okay,
because I was carrying,
okay.
open carrying.
Mm-hmm.
And, and I told him, no, I don't need to show you that, and, so on and so forth. And then he tried asking for ID, and we hadn't broken any laws.
Mm-hmm.
And so I told him no to that, too.
Okay.
And then he put one of my hands in a handcuff behind my back,
Okay.
threatening me
Mm-hmm.
with arrest. And, well, needless to say, I didn't get arrested. They didn't get my ID. The sergeant showed up, Sergeant Mike Jackson,
Okay.
and he was an arrogant prick the entire time.
Okay.
And so I voiced my opinion using some choice words at him. And then they followed us around. We got to the car, made sure none of them saw us get in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then 15 minutes later, they pulled us over on I-96, felony stop style,
Okay.
and pulled us out of the
One
car.
or more than one?
Oh, there was 5 cars.
Okay, I'm listening.
Pulled us over felony stop style, and that's when they found out it was not a firearm, but it was a pepper spray gun.
Okay.
And they again were very arrogant with us. And the sergeant had the nerve to say, "Where's your camera now?"
Oh, okay. Do you have that? Was that the sergeant or this is another officer?
No, that's the same sergeant.
Okay.
And I told him, "It's right here on my chest, still recording, you asshole."
Mm-hmm.
So, and they stole my identification out of my pocket because it was not a lawful traffic stop.
Okay. You got it back though, correct?
Oh, absolutely. They
Okay.
tried to steal my pepper spray gun too.
Okay.
And I have it all on video.
Okay.
And I have it prepared for you right here.
Okay.
Because I'm going to take his fucking job. He's done.
Okay, so is your complaint today only going to be on that sergeant?
It's on the sergeant and Jay Ross, the one who put me in a handcuff.
So tell me, you said this was on September the 26th?
22nd, I believe.
22nd.
Here's a picture of the ticket he sent in the mail 2 weeks later.
9/22. Okay, I'll take, if you can see the number at the top of there somewhere or bottom. Do you know around what time this incident occurred?
It was around 8 p.m. Let's see if I got another picture of that. think I have another picture of it. There's the numbers. And if you read his notations on there, he wrote me that ticket for cussing him out. He can't be the complainant on that.
So, I want to, oh, I'm sorry. Once I submit your complaint today, it'll be assigned to one of the investigators in our office, and they'll take all of that information, okay?
Okay.
That, you'll be able to email whatever else. I could probably keep this and give it to them so you don't have to come back.
As long
to
as I
bring
get it back. Oh, I'll come back.
Oh, you need it back? Or you can
Yeah, I
always
need it
email
back.
them to you. Okay, well, I'll give you that back.
Okay.
And then you'll email all that stuff over once the investigator reaches out to you.
Okay.
Does that work? Okay, I didn't know if that was kind of, so you pay for that.
Okay.
All right. So you received that citation in the mail, you said 2 weeks after?
I just got it Monday.
Okay.
So it's roughly 2 weeks, 9/22 to 10/6. Do the cameras make you nervous?
It don't make me nervous, and I don't have a problem with it, but the moving around does.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
that's why.
they're not. They're harmless.
No, but the moving, you see, yeah.
Right. I get you.
So tell me where the incident occurred at. You were exactly where? You say you were downtown?
Yeah, I was downtown. I don't remember the exact location. 1400 Woodward, in front of the San Morello restaurant. That's where it initiated.
That's when you were open carrying and they first approached you?
Mhm.
Okay. Recording. you
Yeah, they got a
said-
call from the restaurant.
Oh, tell me the name of the restaurant. The San.
Uh,
Sounds fancy.
San Morello.
Morello.
It's the restaurant in the Shinola Hotel.
Oh, yeah. So they saw you open carrying and called the police, you think, or?
Well, they called because we were recording. And I guess somebody mentioned that we were open carrying because one of the officers said something about, well, we come this way when we get a call about a gun.
Tell me, that was the sergeant that asked you about the CPL, or was that someone else?
No, that was Jay Ross.
Jay Ross.
And he was the one that put me in a cuff, too. So the complaint is against both of them. And Jay Ross is also the one who took my ID out of my pocket.
That's what CPL cuffed you. So that was Jay Ross, who approached you, asked you for the CPL, handcuffed you, and then took your ID out of your pocket.
No, the ID was at the traffic stop.
Oh, okay. So. They followed you. So, you said you made sure that they didn't know what vehicle you got
That's
in?
correct.
But they ended up finding you later.
Yeah, because we were driving down Woodward, and then one of them passed us, and then turned around and started following us. So they had no probable cause to believe that we were still carrying, and no reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime. So therefore, the traffic stop was unlawful.
See that movement get better.
Every time.
Right?
I'm usually so focused on the screen that sometimes I don't
Are you
realize there's
kidding
someone
me?
trying to.
Heck no.
You're too nervous. Lay off the coffee.
Not really nervous. I don't drink coffee.
Maybe you should.
Maybe I should. No, you should. If he's not paying attention, you don't know who's, you know.
Oh, I had a guy in Plymouth spit beer on the back of my head.
See? Because you weren't watching.
I was watching, but I didn't spin around fast enough.
Oh, yeah.
He got a ticket for assault.
Yeah. You said Officer J. Ross.
Yeah, badge number 4279.
Oh, look at that.
And I have the sergeant's badge number too. I'm thinking the sergeant sent me that ticket because he didn't like the video I posted on YouTube.
Okay, now tell me the sergeant.
That's Sergeant Mike Jackson, 413.
What did he do?
Well, he came to the original scene at the restaurant after everything was already calmed back down, and we were asking for names and badge numbers, and he said, just ignore them. And then he was trying to ask us for names. It's like, we're not government officials. We don't have to tell you our names. And, you know, he was being arrogant, so I called him out on it. And he didn't like
So
it.
you were asking the other officers for their names and badge numbers, and the sergeant told the officers to just ignore you.
That's
so
correct.
The officers didn't give you their names and badge
A
numbers?
couple of them did before that. And there was a young African-American officer who was also quite arrogant, but she didn't do real bad. She was just sarcastic when a comment was made. I can't remember what the comment was. I'd have to watch the video again.
And you said you received a citation in the mail afterwards from Sergeant, Sergeant Jackson, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So, let's see. Demeanor. How did he get your ID? When you were cuffed, did he just get it out of your wallet, or how did he get your ID?
On the traffic stop, he pulled it out of my pocket.
Gotcha. Okay, so they had you out of the vehicle.
Yeah, and I told them they'd be violating my Fourth Amendment if they did that, and they did it anyways.
Okay. Were there witnesses present?
Yeah,
How many?
this witness right here,
Gotcha.
and my buddy that was with me.
Buddy. Okay. Let me put that you have video.
Yeah, and dash cam. 3 dash cameras and my body cam, all rolling.
So what I do here is just take like a little summary, a brief synopsis, and put it in here.
Mhm.
And I'll issue you a complaint number once I get your name and everything. Once once I submit it today, it'll be assigned to an investigator in our office, and like I mentioned before, they'll reach out to you and get like a more formal statement from you with all of the details, because I'll just be putting a brief summary in here.
Okay.
What's your last name?
I was just coming up to help. If you have a complaint that you need to take, I can sit at the desk or I can take the complaint.
We'll be done in a minute. Thank
Okie
you.
dokie. No problem. Thank you.
WROSCH.
Correct.
Okay, first name.
Good.
Matthew.
I'm good. I'm good. How you doing?
Everybody coming out?
No, that's what we normally do.
Thank
We
you.
instructed you all to always get a supervisor when you have somebody, another person.
No.
But I know you can handle it.
Oh, yeah, she's been doing excellent.
Not a problem.
Stan, address.
It's just because we can.
Here, I'll just do this. That way it's not on the video.
Yeah, gotcha. Security interviews, as well as citizens who come in.
You're going to show us a shining light for the Detroit police when I post this video.
Oh, jeez.
So you're doing great.
Don't tell anybody.
What do you mean? I'm telling the whole world.
That means more work.
And this place is
Well, hopefully it means more money too.
I am one of them, yes.
Huh?
She's a crowd
I
fan.
can do what I can.
Right on.
I will sure do what I can. We have a group of that more recently come in.
Telephone number for our investigator to reach out to you.
I was born on a consistent basis over the past 2 years.
Okay, that's
Of course,
good.
the number of complaints practically doubled, almost doubled.
Well, maybe they can take some of that sergeant's money that probably shouldn't even be on the force and divvy it up between you guys.
No problem, no problem. Be sure we'd love to have it. Be sure we'd love to have it. Be sure.
Man, hopefully those Tigers pull through today.
There's my email address if you need that.
Yeah, I'll put it in. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna
Yeah, yesterday
find the
was just
office.
I know it was full. I prayed for the family. They were out there and stayed fast and loyal.
4 hours. 4-hour rain delay. All the people had to wait and come here and figure Spain that nice and stuff. And that's a way to lower the energy. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Everybody was probably good and drunk by the end of the game.
Now,
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful down there. We visited it several
Can you leave
times.
and go back in? Can you leave and go back in?
Yeah, as long as you got your ticket stub. I don't see why you wouldn't be able to.
And I always do digital, so they scan it, so I don't know how to.
Yeah.
Oh,
they might-
yeah.
might not be able to, I'm not sure.
Usually it stays in your MLB wallet. Like I still have my tickets that I can. In my wallet, so maybe they can. I don't know.
Those are very dark glasses.
You know what? These are my T-Mobile special. I had to go and get my phone transferred over, and it was right before the eclipse, and they were giving them out.
Oh,
So they're really dark, and then they had this like clip visor thing on with the extra shade. So I was like, sweet, I love them, and pink's my favorite color. I'd take 2 pair.
I lost mine somewhere. Well, not those, but some very dark ones that I
Yeah.
lost. Not good to wear it if you're driving, 'cause I couldn't see nothing.
the best one? Oh, go ahead.
I have tons of sunglasses, heart shape, whatever, and I got these red ones. So
Gmail.
I'm driving, minding my.
You can say that out loud. That's on my channel.
James, those are not safe.
The ones I can't you actually can see more clearly in that.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, she has a problem with
They're
that.
way down,
Because they have that polarizing,
I like them, but I lose too many sunglasses, so all my sunglasses are like $5.
Right.
No more than $12, because I lose them.
Having prescription, I have to have prescription ones, so they stay safe all the time. I've actually had it for like probably, I don't know, long.
You ever been to one of those?
Prescription glasses aren't safe either.
Yeah, mine get toasted.
I lost, when I first started wearing glasses, I lost 4 pair, 5 pair, Within like a month, and somebody stole it.
Oh, that's pretty silly.
You ever been to one of those pallet sales?
The what?
Pallet sales where they're selling all the stuff they bought off pallets. I got like 12 pairs of these for $1 a piece, with a case for each one.
See, I just threw away a bunch of cases because I don't use them.
I get your ID back.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I used to break mine all the time when I was fall off and I roll over or something like that.
I just take them off, man, to do something. And then
Walk away from them?
I walk away from them.
And then they walk away?
That's what the paper that got stolen. I left them I was working somewhere, I left them at a desk, and I walked to my office, and I said, okay, I left my glasses. Go back, and then,
There you go.
who's still
Prescription. What are you gonna do with those?
You gotta have some really good luck to find your own prescription or
Right.
even something super close to somebody else's.
And they weren't like good glasses. They were like very plain black rim. Not even a good black rim. Very terrible glasses.
Right, not something you would think somebody would even want to see.
Right.
And then I got 2 different prescription eyeballs, so, you know, somebody tried mine on, good luck.
That's a good point.
Okie dokie. So this is your complaint number there.
Okay.
So if you need to call our office, you can reference that number. We can look it up faster that way. Like I said, I submitted your complaint today. Once it's assigned to one of our investigators, they'll reach out to you to get that formal recorded statement and start the investigation.
Sounds good.
Any questions for me?
No, you've been very helpful.
All right, good.
I'm gonna go use the restroom before I leave.
Or to make a pit stop and thought she needed help. My name is Investigator K. Just have to get a line, a little bit of a line.
Recording started.
There's some pissed off people sometimes.
Yes,
You know?
because we are not sworn, we are civilians,
Right.
no badges, no guns. But there are sworn members in the building. There are 3 units here, so
3 units? What 3 units?
we have the records section that usually supports internal investigative units.
Okay.
And we have the disciplinary operations, and they basically report to the chief of police.
Okay. And then back in that next building is
Oh,
the
that's
mounted, right?
That's mounted.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the real warm and fuzzy people. Of course, their members are on all 4s.
Right?
Yeah, so.
Is there stables over there too, or?
The stables are in that brick building, but the area just behind it is where they do a lot of the work and maintenance and things of that nature, and of course, where they manage what the horses do.
Right.
They're doing-
And the horses are only housed there like when they're gonna be using them, right?
To my knowledge, that is the only facility. Don't quote me on it. There used to be
I'm sorry,
locations.
Murphy needs you. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
there were locations elsewhere, but those are closed.
Oh, okay.
So there was one on Belle Isle, there was another one, I think.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you since you're running off.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank
for
you very
coming
much.
and taking the
Appreciate
time
the
to come.
kindness.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Right.
Thank
Nice
you.
meeting you, man.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yep, y'all have a good day.
What was your name?
It was a pleasure.
Jones, Investigator Jones.
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.
Buddy?